Hello children, welcome back to your SST class. I hope you have gone through the last video and understood the chapter transport. So let's continue with the next part of the chapter and we move to the next means of transport, that is railways. The British introduced the railways in India. The first train ran in 1853 between Mumbai and Thane. Nowadays, India's more than 64,000-kilometer long railway network is the second largest in Asia and fourth largest in the world. There was a time when trains ran on steam. So this paragraph says that the first time the railways were introduced by British in India, it was from Mumbai to Thane in the year 1853. And now it has a railway network of almost 64,000 kilometers. And it is the second largest railway network in Asia and fourth largest railway network in the world. But in the beginning, when the railway system started, it ran on steam. Now these the steam railways have been replaced by diesel and electrical engines. This has increased the speed of trains. Goods trains carry goods such as coal, cotton, food grains, etc. from one place to another. Passenger trains carry people from one place to another. Metro trains run in Kolkata and Delhi. These trains run in urban areas, either on elevated tracks or under the ground. So now, once we have switched to diesel and electrical engines, the speed of the trains have been increased. Trains that carry things from one place to another is called goods train, and trains that carry people from one place to another is called as passenger trains. Urban, that is the metropolitan cities like Delhi and Kolkata, also have metro trains that run inside the city area. They either run on elevated tracks, elevated means that are on a higher area, or they run underground, or these trains move underground. Mumbai has a dense network of suburban trains that is the chief means of local transport in the city. In India, monorail is also introduced in Mumbai. Trains such as Shatabdi Express, Rajdhani Express are superfast trains. They can run at the speed of 140 kilometers per hour. Let's move to the next means of transport, that's waterways. Water bodies over which boats or ships can travel, such as seas, rivers, lakes, canals, and backwaters, are called waterways. Ships, ferries, boats, yacht, and canoe are some means of travel over waterways. Water transport is one of the cheapest means of transport. It's more suitable to transport heavy and bulky goods. Mumbai is one of the oldest and most important ports of India. So waterways are those means of transport which travel on water. Example, ships, boats, yacht, canoes, etc. And they travel on seas, rivers, lakes, backwaters. Waterways is one of the cheapest means of transport. Why does it make waterways so cheaper means of transport? Because it is one of the slowest means of transport. It travels quite slower than the railways or the roadways. And it's more suitable when heavy goods have to be sent, heavy and bulky, big sized goods or heavy goods have to be sent from one country to another country. That at that particular time we choose waterways over airways, which is quite safer. And Mumbai is one of the oldest and most important ports in India. Passenger ships carry people while cargo ships transport goods from one port to another. Petroleum oil are carried by tanker ships. India has a long coastline. There are 12 major ports and 187 minor ports along the coastline of India, where ships load and unload goods that they carry. Boats have been used by humans for traveling from ancient times. They are still used in countryside for crossing rivers or streams. Some people go on luxury holidays on expensive luxury liners which take them from one tourist destination to another. So here it says that passenger ships are used to carry people and cargo ships are used to carry goods from one country or from one place to another. Petroleum and oil are carried by tanker ships. India has a long coastline. If you see the southern part of India and a little bit towards west and eastern India, it's all having a sea coast. So most part of Indian South Indian border is covered by sea. That's why there are 12 major ports and 187 minor ports from which ships move, take goods, and bring goods from one place to another. Boats have been used in the ancient times by men to travel or to cross a stream or a lake or a river. Some people go on luxury holidays. Cruises and ships are also used as a means of luxury transport uh, when people want to travel from one destination to another. Airways. Air transport is the fastest and the most expensive means of transport. Major cities of India are connected by air. Aeroplanes and helicopters are the means of air transport. Aeroplanes transport people and goods, especially perishable goods, such as flowers, fruits, vegetables, to far off places. They also carry mails. Helicopter is also a very useful means of transport during droughts, famines, epidemics, earthquakes, floods, and wars. They are used to drop food, medicines to the people in the affected areas. They are also used to rescue people during natural disasters. There are two types of airlines, international and domestic. International airlines carry people and goods from one country to another. Domestic airlines carry people and goods from different places within the country. International airports are located in big cities such as Delhi, Mumbai, Kolkata, and Chennai, and Bengaluru. Air India is the official airline of our country. So it says that air transport is the fastest and expensive. Expensive means costly means of transport. Major cities are being connected by air. So aeroplanes are used to transport goods, especially perishable goods. Perishable means goods that get destroyed or spoiled faster, like flowers, fruits, and vegetables. They don't last for a long time, so they have to be transported faster. And here, air transport is very helpful. It also carries mails to different countries. Now, helicopters are used during epidemics, during problematic situations, or when there is some disaster, such as earthquakes, floods, wars, droughts, famines, etc. They're also used to rescue people. Now we have two types of airlines, that is international and domestic. International airlines are used to transfer people and goods from one country to another country, and domestic airlines are used for people and goods to transfer within the country. International airports are located in the big cities of India such as Delhi, Mumbai, Kolkata, Chennai, and Bengaluru. Air India is the official airline of our country. Traveling to distant places. As trade increased, people started traveling to distant places. Animals were used for traveling through land. Many traders discovered new sea routes to travel to different parts of the world. Marco Polo, a trader, traveled from Venice in Europe overland to China. It took him 24 years to do so. Later, Christopher Columbus, Vasco da Gama, and Ferdinand Magellan discovered new sea routes to America and India. In fact, Magellan proved by his journey that Earth is round. So gradually, in the earlier times, people usually traveled by sea route or water, or animals were used to travel on land. But gradually, many traders discovered new sea routes to different parts of the world. So, like Marco Polo, a trader, traveled from Venice in Europe to overland China. So, he traveled from Venice to China, but it took him 24 years to do so. Later, Christopher Columbus, Vasco da Gama, and Ferdinand Magellan discovered new sea routes to America and India. In fact, Magellan proved by his journey that Earth is round. So here we conclude the chapter 3. I hope you all have understood well. Read the chapter thoroughly, and attached with this will be the exercises. So you can go through the exercises, revise it, solve it, and later we'll discuss the question answers. Until then, take care and stay safe. Have a nice day.